Yo, can you hear me?
I can. Yep.
Okay. I was about to, that was crazy. I switched up my mouse and then the audio went left. But I was saying, is Bonner really number fifth in the state in
Yeah.
basketball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they're third in the third or second. They've been fighting for like the first, second, third Catholic League spot. I think Wood was one at the moment, and
Yeah, I
then
saw Wood
Bonner
was one.
to Newman.
Um, I forget. I just saw Bonner at five, and I was like, really? I was like,
Hmm.
I was like, when did Bonner PA ball get crazy? And then I've heard Wood was good, but like is Wood like a powerhouse now for basketball?
I don't know about powerhouse, but Wood this year. I mean, the Catholic League is probably one of the toughest, you know, group of men's boys basketball in all the country. Um, got
Yeah, I
some
don't.
good guys coming out of the Catholic League, but last year, um, it's been kind of a rotation of you know, who's going to be at the top of the Catholic League this year. Is this Wood at the moment? Bonner, I think, is Newman Goretti. Um, I think Father Judge won it last year, which was a surprise. And they kind of fall off a little bit this year. And the year before that, it was Ryan and Roman. So yeah, it's kind of like a rotation a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I actually got a big game tomorrow for girls. Upper Dublin and Friend
I saw
Central.
Friends Central that the two girls over there was cooking.
Yeah, I had them yesterday, and I got them tomorrow
Okay.
against Upper Dublin. So it's a number two and a number four matchup by
Mm.
the state. So it's gonna be a good one tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one. What else is gonna be a good one is this show, man. We got a lot to talk about. NBA trades left and right, Super Bowl preview, head coaching, and is Tom Brady really not going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer? This is Money Pot Nights. Let us go.
I'm just one parlay away. Trust I'ma take us far. I'm just one parlay away. One parlay away. One parlay away. Oh, I took the Chiefs on over. Took my home.
Stay away, one parlay away. That joint is a vibe, man. That joint is
Definitely
definitely
wild.
a vibe for
We
sure.
all been one parlay away.
Welcome everybody back for another episode of Money Pot Nights. I am the host. I'm the CEO. They call me Most Money. I got my guy with me on the late night talk, man. We're gonna try to keep the eyes open for everybody tonight. Keep the energy high as best we can. Got a lot of things to talk about, but let me introduce my co-host because I was about to just get into it. My guy, your guy. Be humble. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? How you?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Kind of just crazy, a little weird. We was on time, ready to rock and roll, and then my mouse died, and then the audio cooked, and then I was late because I'm using a new mouse to even hit with the drop of the song. Like it was just
Yeah, I was for a minute. I was like, we're not getting one
right.
parlay
Like what
away.
happened?
Hmm.
I thought we've done this before already, right?
Yeah.
Like don't be amateurs. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But you know it happens. Got to get used to this mouse. I don't. It's just a different mouse, so. Let's start off. What do we want to start off, man? What's cooking today? What do we want to start off today? And I think we should start off. I think we should go here.
Hmm.
This is the big deal, right? I know the NBA trades is going, talking and all this, but this is, or kind of was at one point. We're switching, obviously, how we talk about sports and betting and gambling, but this was based on a show and a network and a channel that talked about sports gambling. And the Super Bowl is the most bet game of the year every year. There's bets on everything. So I'm going to bring up the sports book and we're going to look at some of the bets that are going on. for this game, and we're going to talk about the game itself. Some people we talked about in the background a little bit. Some people hype on the game, some people not. I'm on the other side of like, ugh, I'm not getting that juice for this game for some reason. Like usually you hype for the Super Bowl. I don't know why I'm not hyped for the Super Bowl. Maybe because there's so much other stuff going on in sports, especially stuff surrounding the Eagles. We'll get to later about that. But it's just something about this game that's missing, bro. I don't know what it is. I want to say it's star power, but there's so many tones to it, right? Just not even the game itself, but then you got the Bad Bunny thing, and then the ice thing, and then the Trump stuff. It's just like a lot of like different ingredients here, and these ingredients are not giving me Super Bowl vibes. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, I hear
So,
you.
how are you feeling about the game, the matchup, and then we'll get into the preview about what we think about the game when we hit them with the bets.
Yeah, I mean, I feel what you're feeling, right? Like, just me. It's a busy time for me, so I haven't really had a kind of chance to kind of watch like the press conference and all that up, the stuff that rumbles up to the Super Bowl. But I do agree with you. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff, the media attention is going other places. But for me, I'm not down on it. I actually like the matchups. I like the two teams. We spoke about this earlier. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of looking, seeing Drake May and seeing what he's going to be able to do in his young career. I'm a fan of Jackson and Jigba to see how he's going to be able to make an impact for the Seattle Seahawks. I like the way the Seattle Seahawks has played. I said this before. They remind me of the 2023 Philadelphia Eagles. The way they play defense and how they are coordinated on the offensive side of the ball. You
Mm-hmm.
got young coaches as far as in their career, getting after it. So I think that's what it is to people. They don't really know the names, the faces so far. But we're at this point in sports where we're having a rollover of the old stars and in come the new stars, and it's happening in NBA. It's starting to happen here in NFL, and we're going to slowly start seeing the trickle of our great players that we watch so many times in big moments start to turn over a little bit. So this could be the beginning of that. And at the same time, our Philadelphia Eagles has been in the Super Bowl the last 2 to 4 years. So
Yeah.
we've been paying attention closely when it's time come over the last, half a decade. So that could be also just that plug that we're just not there now. You know what I mean? So there's a little disappointment. But
Yeah.
I'm going to be watching it. I'm interested. Took that day off, make sure I didn't have no games to play, and I'll be ready to watch it. Come Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
yeah. I think the consensus that's happening soon. I think they're going to change it to the weekend of President's Weekend, so everybody's kind of off on that Monday for the most
Mm,
part. I
okay.
think is where I heard the deal is. All right, well, let's talk about the game, man. Let's get into the X's and O's. Patriots, Seahawks. Seahawks are favored by -4.5. Let me bring up the sports book so we can just see the odds. I think this game is going to be a little bit tighter than what people think. In terms of how this game is going to be played. I first knee jerk reaction. I think everybody jumped on the bandwagon with New England. I think the look ahead line was I think 3, maybe even 3.5. That joint still look a little. Let me open this joint up a little bit.
You said with New England, you thought?
Say that again.
You thought people jumped on New England?
No. People jumped on. Did I say New England? I
You
meant.
did. You said New
Oh, I'm
England.
sorry.
Yeah.
I meant the Seahawks.
Yep.
And it was -3.5, and it's been bet up a point so far. And it does make sense that Seattle should run away with this one. When's the last time? I was gonna say, when was the last time it was an ass kicking in the Super Bowl? I guess it was the Philadelphia Eagles, right? um,
Just a year ago.
yeah,
Sure.
just a year ago. But I don't really know how to preview this game so much because I do think the styles are, they say style makes fights. I think their styles. I don't know if it's going to mesh well. Like I don't know if this is going to be a coaching battle or a players battle of matchups on the field or all the above. Like I I feel like Seattle has an edge on defense. I feel like New England hasn't played really anybody. You could argue that
Mm.
Buffalo lost that game more than New England won that game. Um, so I just want to say New England's battle tested, but I don't. I mean, I don't know, man. I think Seattle's had a tougher road to get to the Super Bowl, so I just don't know how I can. I'm trying to find ways to defend New England in this game. I'm trying to find ways of how New England's going to win this game because I think that what we saw in against who was it? Houston,
Mm-hmm.
that even though New England was resolved, and I bet New England that game, but I only bet New England that game just because Texans didn't have anything offensively really to even do anything with. So, and I would, obviously I'd take Drake May over CJ Stroud at that point in time. So, but they got after Drake May in that game. Houston did. And I think it shook him up a little bit. And I think he got bailed out a couple of times there with his defense being able to ball out and get the same, was it 10 turnovers in that game?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if we're going to have that type of output in terms of a deep, of Seattle's offense giving up the ball as much as, as in that game against New England and Houston. So I'm just trying to find a way how New England keeps his game close is where I'm trying to get to, and I'm not sure how.
Yeah, like I said, I think this is going to be a close game, a much closer game than people are thinking. Can this game get out of hand potentially on Seattle's favor? Could. Um, I just think a little bit of disrespect is coming Patriots' way. We forget that the Patriots went through a harder path than the Seattle Seahawks.
What
Seattle didn't
to
to
get
get to the
here?
Super Bowl. Yeah, see, Patriots had to play the hardest defenses in the NFL. They had to go through the Chargers. They had to go through the Houston Texans. They had to go to the Denver Broncos. Those are all three top five defenses in the league. And now you got to go against the fifth of them and a number one against the points in Seattle. So you want to talk about being battle tested, and they had to go away to Denver, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they had a rough place to get to where they are right now. So I think, yes, I think Drake May has seen all the best defenses you're going to see. Now, can Seattle still get after you and get after the quarterback? Absolutely. But I think they're battle tested because that's where they are. Seattle played a banged up 49ers team with no defense, no offense, and they played a Rams team that's no defense, right? So that was a barn burner. And Seattle will be the first time that they're going to be playing a tough defense that's been playing really good in playoff football, and then against the Patriots. So that's the balance of me thinking that this game is going to be a lot closer than we think, and it probably will shoot more toward the under.
Yeah, I was thinking the under already too as
You
well.
know, because I think it'll be a battle. You know, and then mind you, Seattle played where at home through the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they were comfortable at home. New England had to go to Denver in the cold and the snow. Denver had to play the Texans in the cold and the snow. You know what I'm saying? Like now they get into this even level playing field. Hopefully, there's no rain in San Francisco come Sunday. I think you're
Yeah, I
gonna get
heard
the
it was
best.
supposed to rain, right?
I'm not sure. I hope it doesn't, because I don't want that to kind of mess things up.
Mess the game up. Yeah.
But I think you're going to have cats on a good playing field with some good weather. I think it's going to play a little bit in New England's favor because they've been battle tested and they should be able to get stay within that 4.5. I do like New England plus the 4.5, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Seattle's able to kind of open it up a little bit.
Yeah,
It's a
the only
big
problem I
moment.
have with the
Hold on, one more thing.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
of a sudden, Sam Darnold. Nobody talk about Sam Darnold, right? Like all of a
Sam
sudden,
I
it
am.
was a game before this. Everybody like, oh, I don't believe in Sam Darnold. Now they beat the Rams. Now nobody's saying nothing about Sam Darnold in big games. So I guess he's erased all his history of big games and falling apart. Well, he got another good. He has a good defense he has to play against come Sunday. What's Sam Darnold going to show up on the field? And then we'll find that out. So I do think the Patriots stay within that 4.5.
The only problem I have with your take about the New England Patriots with that tough schedule is that they didn't play no offenses.
That's true.
Yeah, Chargers can't score,
Mm-hmm.
Texans can't score, and Denver has shown to score, but Denver is they're just a weird
Well, they
offense
lost
in
their
my
quarterback.
opinion.
They lost their quarterback.
They did lose their quarterback. I mean, he
Mm-hmm.
played the game for the most part,
Who?
but Bo Bo played most of that game. Oh no, he did. No, I'm sorry. You're right. No, he
Oh,
did.
what did he play?
He didn't
No, he
play
didn't
that
play at
game at
all.
all.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yeah, he didn't play that game at all. You're
Yeah,
right. You're right.
Bo
He
didn't
got hurt
play.
in the Buffalo game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, to your point. What's up, Don Don? Um,
But they did force C.J. Stroud completely to oblivion.
yeah, but who
With
see?
was it 4 interceptions, 5 interceptions?
Yeah, but CJ. I mean, some of them balls was just me and you could have picked them off. Them ones was
I mean, with that
dust.
pressure they was putting on him,
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I think New England's going to be ready to play. There's no doubt about it.
for
New
sure.
England's going to be ready to play
Ravens going to have that defense
for
up
sure.
and running.
Yeah, New England's going to be ready to play. I just think that is as long as Seattle puts pressure on Drake, he's going to get rattled, and it's going to make it easy for Sam not to have it, to even have a mediocre game and still come out on top. You know what I mean? I think that defense is going to really get after the New England Patriots, in this game. So I don't mind the 4.5 with the Patriots. I do think this game is kind of close, but I do think Seattle. I think Seattle is going to win this game, and like you said, Sam will put all critics to silence by winning the Super Bowl. Against a good team too. It's not like they're not a good team. All right, let's talk about some plays here. So you said New England 4.5. I'm on the. I like the under here, as well. Obviously, off the weather will play a part in this. Let's just do a couple, normal, I would say, kind of bets or likes that we do, and then maybe we find some long shots, with football kind of coming to an end, which kind of sucks. All right, MVP. MVP is always a good one. Most time quarterbacks have won this award. The last running back who won it, I think it was Terrell Davis, way back with Denver. I think there's been some linebackers since then. I think Ray's won it. I think some receivers, Cooper Kupp won it, if I'm not mistaken. Along the way, I think there was another receiver that won it, but I can't think off the top of my head in between MVP candidates. So obviously, as you can see, the odds, quarterbacks are at the top. I think this is a little bit more of a long shot. Obviously, Jackson Smith and the Jigba, I'm sorry, will be a high one as well. I'm gonna hit you with a sleeper, man. I'm gonna hit you with a sleeper. Give me Shaheed.
Oh, yeah, he's sleeping on that one.
Give me
You
Shaheed.
you thinking because of the special teams?
I'm thinking the special teams. I think he gets one.
Okay.
I think whether it be a punt return or a kick return, I think he gets one. He's always been special in terms of returning kicks. And what better way to do it in bigger bright lights in the Super Bowl? Give me Shaheed. 30-1.
Yeah, I mean the value's there.
Because I'm trying to think who was that Jacob Jones from Baltimore?
Jacoby
The
Jones?
last one I can think of, Jacoby Jones. Jacoby Jones.
I think he passed away. Rest in peace, Jacoby Jones.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Was Devin Hester? Did he
Did
he
Hester
get MVP?
get one? Yeah, Hester got. He took the opening kickoff.
He did. Did he get MVP that year?
Did he get MVP? I don't.
That was
I don't
Chicago
think so.
versus Indianapolis. No, they lost.
They lost. Yeah, I don't think so. But I remember he took the opening kickoff.
Took the opening kickoff. Yeah.
He took the opening kickoff. That was the year he broke all the records and stuff too.
Yeah. I think the only Hall of Fame specialist we got. Right?
Say kick return in Super Bowl history. Let's see. Yeah, Jacoby Jones, Desmond Howard. He won the MVP, and Devin Hester. There's only been 10 kickoff returns in Super Bowl history. Yeah, give me and hey, another I don't think he won it, but when Seattle won it, and Seattle was there, Percy Harvin took one to the house.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's a good long shot. I think the long shot here would be more of a Kenneth Walker third if Seattle's going to win.
Diggs before he goes to jail. He got an award last year, bro. That's Pimp of the Year. You talking about?
Yeah, definitely Pimp of the Year.
Pimp of the Year.
This year. This year, you mean?
That's just ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if Stephon is going to have that much opportunity to do that, because I think it would definitely go to Drake May for sure. Anyway, he would have to do something outside the realm to get that. I don't think he's going to be able to get that opportunity. But I would say, people that like Seattle, I think the plus 800 is a good value there for Kenneth Walker, because you can see them, or at least you can see him with at least 2 touchdowns. Depending how he gets it on the ground, 2 touchdowns can kind of put him in that space, especially if we're looking at an under 2, right? So, if you have 2 touchdowns with Kenneth Walker, and then, Sam Darnold has a touchdown or something, mediocre, you can kind of fall into that Kenneth Walker Seattle win. So plus 800 is good value. That'll be a longer shot. I can't see any long shots really winning it here.
Yeah, I agree. I was looking at the list here. I don't see anybody that stands out. I can't see anybody defensively unless they get a pick six. I think that's a fun bet because Cooper DeJean had a pick six last year, but it doesn't give him a guarantee that he'll win the MVP, right? Because Cooper didn't win the MVP. So there could be some live bets there to do, but that one I like those picks. All right, another good one. First TD score. I was this close to hitting
Rashid.
No. When the Eagles, who got stopped on the 1 yard line.
Oh yeah, that was
what was Buddy?
Dotson? Dotson.
Yeah, Dotson. Dotson got stopped on the 1 yard line.
Mm-hmm.
I went crazy because I think it was like 1,700, 1,800. Put 2 units on that thing, and he got stopped.
Yeah, right there one.
Right there on the 1. So.
Well, this is where I would go with you, and I like Rashid.
Shaheed?
Yeah.
Like
that's the only play I would go is Shaheed here. First touchdown, which would be plus 3,500. Or no, is that 1,700? Sorry,
that's 2 touchdowns, yeah.
Yeah, that would be because he almost did it. I had it in the playoffs, and he had that one bomb real quick, and he ended up getting tackled. It was one man to beat. Mm-hmm. So I think he's going to get an opportunity. I wouldn't probably waste too much money on the first touchdown because he got so many other opportunities to bet.
Right.
With the books opening up now in 2026, 2025, this used to be more of a Super Bowl only style play. Let's just open every year and all year round. It's really a loser bet. But if you hit pretty good.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think if you hit, you do hit pretty decent. I'm gonna go with our guy Don here. I'm gonna go with no, actually no. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Coop. I'm gonna go with Cup. Little 3 yard out or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Coop. 1,400. All right. Probably the biggest bet of the day that always comes, the infamous coin toss. That's how some bettors start their day. They start their day with the coin toss. They put thousands of dollars on the coin toss, coin toss, and based on that is how they feel the day is going to go. It's funny. I never bet the coin toss. Mm-hmm. I mean, but when you think about it, and as we always teaching about gambling and betting for those who are new to the space or want to learn more, you want to know what the funny thing about this? The coin toss is the actually best bet you can make in the Super Bowl. It is the absolute best bet because it is a true 50-50 bet. It's the best odds. Believe it or not, it's the coin toss. All this stuff that people pick, the coin toss. It's the best bet you can make on the Super Bowl, believe it or not. I know you do. You're a big coin toss better.
Yeah, that's a gamble. That's just a gamble bet.
Is it really?
For sure.
Compared to the other bets we talking about, is that really a gamble?
Your odds are 50-50, but it's a gamble. It's nothing strategic.
It's not
a
strategic.
handicap of the coin toss. So yeah, odds wise, it's the best. But we're not playing in the casino. Like it's not casino games or it's like slot machines. You really just have 50-50. It's like, okay, bro, I pick heads right now. So it's it is something to, jumpstart the Super Bowl for you. You
Oh,
got,
for sure.
that, you got anthems and all that stuff.
You
So
know,
yeah, coin
people
toss starts
people
it off.
people put a quick rack on the coin toss.
Yeah, they want it.
You know
That's
what I mean?
50-50. They
And then
just
they,
listen.
and then they just enjoy the game. It's a 50 exactly. It's a 50-50 bet.
Mm-hmm.
So what we I think tails has historically been the most won bet.
See,
But
there
let
you
me.
go, trying to handicap the coin toss.
You gotta find an
Yeah,
edge somewhere, bro.
ain't no edge unless somebody crazy's flipping a coin that can't flip a coin.
It's gonna be AI on AI. See here, look. Tails has landed 31 times compared to 28 times for heads,
That's
giving it a
50-50.
slight edge, 52.5% edge on tails.
Mm,
That's good enough for me.
go tails.
Tails never fails, baby.
Go
Tails
tails.
never fails. Let's go. All right. So I did hear about this bet as well because they've been asking questions, and we all know about the infamous pick Russell Wilson threw at the 1 yard line. Will Seattle attempt to pass from or inside the New England Patriots 1 yard line? Yes is plus 550. Will they throw a touchdown pass from on or inside the 1 yard line? That is plus 1100. I find that bet to be hilarious.
I think it's a good bet for yes and yes. I
Yeah,
mean, all you need is a third down. You get
within the
top
1 yard
defense.
line, though, you really
Listen,
think they're
it's
going to
one
do
and
that?
it's one and done. I mean, you get two. If they run the ball, Kenneth Walker gets stuffed. Run the ball again, Kenneth Walker gets stuffed. You're right there. You're
Oh
on
shit!
third
You know what? We can both win too, because that's my Cooper Cup.
and that Cooper Cup. Yeah, I
That's
think. I
my
mean,
Cooper
I
Cup.
don't see why this can't happen. It happens all the time in football. Anyway, throwing the football is more regular than it is back in the day.
Yeah.
So,
So
plus,
I always have to do
that's
this every
more
year.
simple.
Every year, everybody always asks, "What's a scoregami?" Scoregami is a score that's never happened
Mm.
in the history. So just what that means. So it's an ending score of the final score that's never happened in the history of Super Bowls. So let you know what that is. All right. Any other fun bets that you can think of that outside of your normal pass yards, completions, receiving yards? Um, I
It's
do
funny,
think.
man. I used to.
Good.
I mean, just even throwing at it. I know it's a Super Bowl, it's a big game. I used to look forward to these type of bets because this is when they were only released, and this is released every week, so it's not as fun anymore as far as the excitement because you're getting the same type of bets every game that you can bet.
Mhm.
So yeah, man. I mean, these are like regular games. I will have more fun in like the novelty type props when we're looking at like, is Bad Bunny going to wear glasses or I mean, because it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Now that we're able to get all these types of prop bets within sports, when this used to be the day that you get 1,000 opportunities to bet different ways, we're getting 1,000 opportunities to bet different ways on a Tuesday night. So, it's still there, same stuff.
Yeah, this one's new,
Let me see
right?
this.
The next gen fastest.
Oh, okay.
I mean, these motherfuckers would be lying though,
I know.
right?
Like, what?
Like,
I'm not I won't put my money on that.
who's holding the speed gun in this
Right.
joint, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
who's holding the speed gun? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't bet that. All right, let's see if we can find a couple other ones, and then we'll move on to the next subject. I thought you said this has always been there. I've never seen
Yeah.
this,
On DraftKings. Yep.
but on DraftKings they have squares.
They have squares. Yep.
And I think squares are kind of, this is like your normal office pool type
Hmm.
thing. So you got to think of seven, you got to think of, eights in terms of how people score. Um, so, with the squares, it's obviously the last numbers have to match on both
Quarter.
sides. So, you do, was it New England? Yeah, New England Patriots 3, Seattle 0. Um, you know, We can do. Let me see what that one came out with. So obviously you can't do what's it called,
Multiple.
parlays,
Mm-hmm.
but this is a weird one. I think it's 5 and 6, right? New England, yeah, okay, New England 5, and then this damn mouse
6.
is in
Mm.
6. So couple ones in there, and obviously those are your odds, which is um, a
Good
lot
plus
better
odds.
than
Yeah.
office odds, right?
Uh-huh.
So I think that one's kind of fun. I will probably do this. Throw a couple bets here on the
Yeah, you
on
can
the
look at
square.
7. You can look at 7-7. You can look at 0-7. Like
Yeah,
because you're going to get plus odds, you're not going to get like great odds, right? Because
yeah.
but at least you're going to be in the plus side.
No, you're gonna definitely be on the plus side, and not even that too. Like when you think about it, when you're doing the office pool with this, these numbers are not even close.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like not even close to those odds. Obviously, to get those odds, you got to put a lot more down. But if you take, if you got $100 that you can do without. I know it's tough times out there, but $100 and let's throw 25 on, around the horn here, and they don't get taken up. That's the cool thing I think
Yeah.
about this.
Mm-hmm. You can pick
Like,
whatever
so
you
you
want.
can kind of be a little bit strategic in this. So, um, another one, always a good one, is if I can find it. I didn't see it. Was Gatorade, Gatorade color,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't see it so far. So maybe those special ones haven't come out yet on DraftKings. You can probably search around and find them in other books, but I didn't see anything with the Gatorade. Was always a good one. Let's see. So funny how these, you know, I just want to warn people when you guys bet, right? You see like LeBron James, Stephen A, Kevin Hart. Do not bet with these jokers. They never hit. They never win. They're just doing it because they're a recognizable face.
Marketing.
Obviously, everybody knows them, and people jump on board the bandwagon. Do not bet them.
Well, they're sponsored.
Yeah, of
They're
course.
sponsored. They're sponsored people.
Do not bet them. Please, do not bet
You
them.
can build your own parlay at the end of the day.
Yeah, just build your own joint. Or follow us and we'll build something for you. I'll do a show, right? Getting more into depth with some of the other plays, but this is as high level as some
Yeah.
of the ones that we like. But yeah, don't do that. Please don't. Don't waste your money
And
on
most
that.
likely that's computer generated, and they just put the face behind it. So
Yeah. Let me see. Is there anything on here we can look at? They don't have it on DraftKings, but they probably have it on FanDuel. How long is the national anthem? Always
yeah.
another good one.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who's singing it this year. I got to look
Yeah, I
that
don't know
up.
who's singing it either.
So I'll probably get into my Super Bowl bag probably Saturday going into Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right, let's stay with NFL. Well, let's kind of shift to other conversation that's going on in NFL. So recently, New England in the Super Bowl, but the dark side, I guess, New England, Bill Belichick, not a first ballot. Robert Kraft, recently, not a first ballot. How does Tom Brady not follow the same suit? And I'm a big Tom. And when everybody hates Tom, talk snack Tom, I've always been a big Tom Brady fan. I just respect greatness. That's just what it is. I believe Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback we've ever seen play the game. But because of, was it with the Flate Gate or whatever it's called,
Mm-hmm.
Spygate, all of this black cloud surrounding New England Patriots and how they won a couple rings. How is it that if you take the head coach and the owner not being a first ballot, how does Tom Brady not have to follow that same trend and get that same consequence which we all understand that they're being punished for at this moment.
There's a question to me.
Oh yeah,
That's because he's still the face of the league. He's still on television every single day,
yeah,
or during the season. He's still a part of the NFL in ways. So they're not gonna not do him the way they're doing Bill Belichick and Kraft. They're blasphemous to see that coach was arguably the best coach in NFL history, and that owner that's done so many good things for that organization
yeah.
not be a Hall of Famer first ballot. Doesn't make the math doesn't even add up. Nobody's even close to 8 championships, right? Is it 7 or 8?
No, 7, right?
7 or 8. It might
Or
be
6?
8.
No, no, no,
No,
no,
they
no,
definitely
no,
ain't
no.
6. He's over 6.
No, Tom. Oh, you mean Tom? Yeah, Tom's got 7.
7, right.
Yeah,
So
I think the organization's got 6.
there's 6 for okay.
Yeah, Belichick's got 7. He won 1 in the Giants.
So he has 7 rings.
Yeah,
He's not a first ballot Hall of Fame. That doesn't make any sense. So he's the most champion winning coach in history. It's just a bad taste. But they're not going to do that to Tom Brady because Tom Brady means too much to NFL.
yeah, I agree.
So I mean,
That'd be crazy though.
It's a story, but I don't think he has to worry about it.
It definitely is a story. It'd be crazy if Tom Brady is not a. If Tom Brady doesn't get in as a first ballot Hall of Famer, that tells me that the powers of being, the people who voted, believe that the New England Patriots cheated to get those Super Bowl rings.
Does Tom get a vote right now? Is he an actual voter?
I don't think so.
No,
I thought I saw somebody. I think Tony Dungy gets a vote, and they grilled Tony Dungy about it, and they said he bitched up because he wouldn't say
if he voted or not.
If he voted or not.
It was like he didn't get 40 out of 50 votes, right? It was like out of 50 votes, he got to get 40, right?
Something like that. Yeah. So,
yeah.
But I mean, Tom shouldn't be a first ballot Hall of Famer based on what we're seeing.
I mean, that's the trend.
You know what I mean? Like trend. He should. Like you got one X through one, you got another X through the other. Tom shouldn't get in there on the first run.
Tom also left and went to Tampa and won there too. So
yeah, well, that means he only got 4.
So you taking away. He still got 4.
I'm taking the ones that they cheated, so quote unquote cheated to get.
And he still got 4. He'll be a first ballot Hall of Fame for sure.
Yeah, for sure. He should have his own goddamn wing.
That is true.
Like just that New England dynasty should have their own wing. Like what were we talking about? They had 3 they had won 3 Super Bowls and then took a break for like a decade and then won 3 again.
Mm-hmm.
Like come on. Like what are we talking about?
And then he won another one somewhere else.
Yeah, and then said I could still do it and win like you said, won another one in Tampa. Like shut up. You know what I mean? Stop bitching.
Yeah, Tom Brady's the best quarterback of all time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
First ballot would be I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I can't imagine it. But what I also can't imagine, but I guess we live in a time right now where the unimaginable is happening right before our eyes. And we hear people say the right thing, but we don't see the actions behind it. And we keep hearing the right things about how black coaches should be hired. And we keep hearing the right things about people putting in policies and rules and regulations so black folks get hired. Now, not just black folks, minorities in general, but I'm just talking about black head coaches, right? Because the league is predominantly black. So let's talk about the leaders of men. And let's talk about black head coaches. And we see all the content creators give their take on this. But you know what my take is? My take is this. There was 10 head coaching opportunities. And I don't see the Williams behind anybody name back there. I don't see first name of Jamal up there. I see Jeffs and Todds and Johnny's. It's what I see. And Kevin's. Yeah. So
and multiple opportunities too.
So let's break this down, man. We had 10 head coaching jobs, and not one black head coach was qualified to even be in the last running from what we've known with some of these head coaching. Now, I don't know what Robert Saleh is. They might claim that he might be part black because his great great grandmom was black or something like that. I have no idea. But still, in all, I mean, I think one name that kind of came up was Leftwich. Hasn't got any head coaching opportunities, at least that we know of publicly. But
Mm-hmm.
Phil Rivers get off a couch, plays a couple games, coach high school football, hasn't coached ever in the NFL, and he gets a head coaching opportunity in Buffalo in terms of an interview. So I ask you, man, what in the F is going on? Or should we not be surprised? Like we're like I don't I feel at this state and age, what old boy say? This is America? I forget his name. Gambino. This is America.
Mm-hmm. Charles Gambino. Yep. This is
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I'm gonna. I'm gonna. Well, one, let's clear it up. Robert Sala is not black. Um, I think he's. I mean, I think he's what, Muslim, right? Or Muslim American? Isn't it like a Muslim or something
Who,
like that?
Robert Saleh?
Yeah, I think
I feel like he's
he's a Muslim American or something like that.
oh, is he okay, is he Arab?
I'll have to look and see. I think he's. I know he's
Go ahead. I'm gonna
on
find
that.
out real
In
quick.
that, it's probably Middle Eastern
He's Lebanese.
Lebanese. Okay, yeah, there
Lebanese.
you go.
Yeah.
He got a little, yeah, anywhere near the coast of
Little,
Africa, continent of Africa.
he got a little tint
Got a
to
little
him.
tint to him, yeah, for sure. But he's not black. And I mean, just arguing this
This ain't
year,
Mike Tomlin black.
right? Just arguing this year, there is only three at the moment, three black head coaches
Yes.
in the NFL. That's huge. That means there's been opportunities that have been closed for um, black men that have been in the game and coaching up the ranks, not getting that opportunity. Now, with me saying that, I can't even tell you who I think would be in the running, right? Like
I
when I
agree.
start looking back, I'm thinking that like, damn, is there a defensive coordinator? Last year we had a couple, right?
Yeah.
Detroit head coach now at New York New York Jets.
Yeah, Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn, he got his opportunity, but I'm looking around. I'm trying to figure out, is there other black defensive coordinators or offensive coordinators that are doing something that get them that opportunity? I'm not sure. You have to go a little further down to probably like a quarterback coach or special teams coach that might be there. So I think
I think there's some sharp black defensive coordinators. I'm trying to think of the bull who was the head coach of Miami Dolphins. I think he's the DC in Miami Vikings. Ugh.
yes, not right, but he had his chance too. That's why I said
Yeah.
earlier, you have now multiple coaches getting multiple chances. It's like, now this is really where it gets to the point where we don't usually get that second chance, right?
Yeah.
Coaches got fired from the Falcons. Is that Raheem Morris?
Yeah, Raheem
Right,
Morris.
he's a good coach. I don't think he should have been fired for the Atlanta Falcons. He did a good job there, but I guess they want to go a different direction. So why is Raheem not going somewhere else?
Yeah.
There you go. Right? Why is, like you said,
Brian
coordinator
Flores, that's his name.
Brian Flores, who hasn't recovered, but Brian Flores also has some baggage potentially with the situation in Miami that he hasn't got an opportunity to be the head coach again because of the owners. Right? Remember he sued like the owner of Miami for a moment for defamation
so.
or something like that, or discrimination. So of course that's going to follow him to potentially get into that spot again. So yeah, man, it's one of the things. I think Byron Leftwich had to go to college to get an offensive coordinator position. It's crazy to me. I think he's in Colorado. No reason why he shouldn't be an offensive coordinator, or the Philadelphia Eagles, shouldn't have gave him an opportunity to come in and take a look and an interview with all these offensive coordinator positions that opened up too. So yeah, this might be just a down year for black coaches potentially, but it don't mean that those guys shouldn't have gotten an opportunity to at least get in their room.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you in that sense where it could be just a down year. But I think it was an unreal amount of head coaching jobs that were open.
Mhm.
And I think it is kind of telling going back almost to ownership. And this is kind of like, let's do some business on the back nine, I think, talk where you are going to hire somebody that you're comfortable with. You're going to hire somebody that you know, and you're going to hire somebody that you network with. And because these owners are the gatekeepers and hold all the keys, that's what they're going to really do. They're going to hire people that, they rub elbows with and that their buddies would say, yeah, he's a good coach, et cetera, et cetera. He's an excellent candidate. And I think that's what they're just going. And I think it starts there.
Mhm.
I think, and until we get some more ownership in terms of black ownership, then you'll see that. I used to think that the NFL was scared to have black head coaches because they didn't want black head coaches or black men specifically to be leaders of other black men. But I'm not sure how true I think that still is today. But I just can't really get over the fact that we had 10 head coaching jobs and not one was black. Like it's pretty wild.
For
You tell me
sure.
not one black guy was qualified to get a head coaching job. I get the John Harbaugh, right? Legend. Even Kevin Stefanski's always been known as a head coach, a great head coach. I think Jesse Minter was also gaining steam. Um, I think Clint Kubiak was also as well. But you know, it's not. I mean, Todd Mumpkin, I'm not sure. Mike McCarthy, right? Is that just because he's a Pittsburgh guy? I think he's from Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken. Mike LaFleur, is that just because he's a brother of Matt LaFleur? Um, you know, Joe Brady, like you got rid of a head coach and just stayed in house. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I do think it's telling though.
Yeah, and
You
then
know what I
too,
mean?
majority of black coaches are on the defensive side of the ball, right? Because
Yeah.
that's kind of like what it streams up that line from history, kind of brings us into
Yeah.
the
And looking
defensive
at the
side.
list of black defensive head coaches, I'm sorry, defensive coordinators right now, most of these have been,
You're right.
if I'm not
Correct.
mistaken, head coaches. Like
Head
Brian
director,
Flores has been a head coach.
Vance
Uh,
Joseph.
Vance Joseph has been a head coach. Todd Bowles has been a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Still is a head coach.
Still has a coach. Yeah.
Leslie Frazier has been a head coach. Um, New ones to the game was even our cornersback coach, Christian Parker, who just got signed by Dallas as the new DC. But
Yeah, he's up. He's up and coming.
he's up and coming. And I think the Seattle Seahawks DC is black as well. But
I think Houston has somebody, right? Is that the
yeah, I
quarterback
think
coach
Houston.
or something like
Shit, it's probably all black over there in Houston, dog.
that? I mean, but shit, what D'Amico Ryan's been doing with Houston has
You know
been
what I mean?
second to
D'Amico
none.
probably got a whole black staff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The water boy is the white guy and the trainer. You know what I mean? So, all right, let's switch up the the sport and man, just a win world of trades. I'll preview the big trades of the day. I'm not going to go through all the trades, but we'll preview the big trades of the day. Get your kind of expertise on them, Humble, because I know you do watch NBA. I don't watch as much. I'm kind of starting to, get more into it. Like right after All-Star break, I start kind of following, looking at stats and stuff, but
Mhm.
actually watching games and seeing how these teams start to play. Kind of really for me, it starts kind of All-Star game. So, all right, let's start with one here. Memphis Grizzlies trade star forward Jaren Jackson Jr., who's the name of this. Don't really know the other guys to Utah for Walter. I know Kyron Anderson is, Tyler Henners, George Nang, and 3 future first round picks. What I do know is Utah is really effing tall.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
they're
they got
building. They're building over there.
6'11", 2 7-footers, I think. I think Jackson is the shortest one out of the bunch.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So What do you think about this play? And why did Memphis get rid of a player of caliber of Jaren Jackson Jr. or is you just couldn't pass up that capital?
Yeah, I think it's obvious now that Memphis is going into a rebuild,
Okay.
right? So
Yeah.
you trade your best player, Triple J, at the moment. Get him out of there. You bring in some pieces that you don't have to pay no money to, and you start rebuilding, right? You get some picks, which is important. 3 future first round picks. I'm not sure what they've done in the past in their first round at all yet, so they might need some first round picks. So obviously, this is a rebuild. This is actually a bigger sign of saying that looks like Durant's going to be on. I mean Durant, sorry, Morant is going to be on the move too.
They said there
Um,
was no trade value for him. They can't get nothing for boy.
which is crazy. I can imagine.
Crazy.
So, but yeah, I'm sure they're trying to do a rebuild, and that's where we're going to be with Memphis. I think a lot of trades that happened today were more. Who
More
cares, right?
more
Yeah, it
needle
wasn't no
movers.
impactful. No
Well,
Luka Don, no
I think
Luka
we get to
Doncic.
a couple. I
Ooh,
think the one was
ooh,
impactful. We'll
don't
get
talk
there.
about.
We'll get
Okay,
there. We'll
all right,
get
let's
there.
get
We'll get
there.
there.
Okay.
Vucevic from the Chicago,
Mhm.
always a old Sixer, right? Walking double double. And a second round pick, the Boston Celtics for Simmons and a second round pick. They get some front court
Size.
help over
Yep.
in Boston, which they needed.
He'll fit
I
right
think
in.
I think I think Vucevic fits right in with Boston.
Fits right in. Yep.
Fits right in, and he's it's almost is Horford still there?
Horford is
Is he
no
still back
Horford.
in? Is
Horford's in
Horford back
Golden
in
State,
Boston?
right?
I thought he came back for a year.
No, I think he's in Golden State. Because
Yeah, you're
we
right.
just
He is
played.
in
We
Golden
just played.
State.
We just played him.
He's in Golden State, right? But he
Mhm.
reminds me of Horford. That's what he reminds me. But he's a better scorer.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He can get in. He can get in the paint, do his thing. He's going to be able to be a helpful, be a rim protector for Boston.
Yeah,
It's a good position for them. Anthony
yeah.
Simons seems like he's starting to become a journeyman. Hasn't found a landing spot, but I think Anthony's a good player too. Maybe Chicago, he can kind of rebuild that career like he had in Portland.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Golden State Warriors are trading
The,
Kuminga and
the
Buddy Hield
name?
to Atlanta Hawks for Porzingis. Porzingis is
Uh,
on his way to Golden State.
I mean,
Jonathan
has Porzingis even
Kuminga
played?
has finally been traded.
Well, I mean, they've been trying to get Kaminga out of there for a while now.
They've been trying to get him out of there for a while. Yeah,
And you says Kaminga and who else? Buddy
and
Hill.
Buddy Hield
I'm
to Atlanta.
journeyman, right? So, then you get Porzingis, which I don't know how impactful it is because I don't know if Porzingis has been playing. So, okay.
Yeah,
I thought they were going to try to move Draymond Green to LA, which still can happen.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Because the trade deadline's tomorrow, right? 3.
Thursday, yes.
Yeah, the 3.
Yeah, I think you'll get some of the bigger names tomorrow coming out.
Oh, you talking about big names? I mean, your guy, right? James on the move again. Trying to chase that ring. And it's funny because I heard somebody say, great that James Harden went to Cleveland because that means Cleveland ain't winning shit.
That's what it means.
That's what it means. James Harden has been traded from the Clippers, going to Cleveland for Garland in a second-round swap. James Harden's having actually a better, decent year, but we all know here well in Philadelphia, and everybody wherever he's been, just disappears in the offs. Just disappears in the playoffs. Never fails. It's its curse. Still a Hall of Famer, but I don't know if going to Cleveland's going to get him over the hump. It could. Him and Spider might be interesting, I guess. I know Lorenzo Ball got traded as well, so now you don't got 2 guys who are ball dominant, really can't shoot and just pass. Even though Harden can shoot, but he can go cold at times too. But yeah, I don't know, man. Does this make Cleveland a powerhouse, or is the Harden curse just going to follow him and he won't get anywhere past the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah, James.
Because what are they, 4th? I think last I checked, they're somewhere right there.
James is a very interesting. He's had a very interesting career, and like you said, he just seems like he got bit by the championship bug. I don't know, just can't get over the hump. But he also has an attitude where he kind of quits on his team, quits on his wherever he goes, he leaves. Like you said, he was having a good year with LA. They gave him an extension, and then he just didn't come to work. He went to his Arizona State basketball game. He was supposed to be working.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? And he's traded the next day. So he finds a way to get to leave and gets forced out or get out however he wants to get done. But I don't think it makes a difference there in Cleveland. I'm not sure if Cleveland's done either. So that's and if I was Cleveland, I probably wouldn't have got rid of Darius Garland at this moment for this pick here. But I think the Clippers, they come up. I think you get a good team player in Darius Garland. He gets to open up his wings a little bit more with
Kawhi.
Kawhi, right? Because Kawhi is more like the quiet guy, and Darius is kind of quiet too.
Yeah.
I think Darius can kind of get going a little bit more with that help of Kawhi. So
They're currently, I was wrong. They're currently 5th, but they're only one game out of 4th.
yeah,
So
this is again, like I said, this is how I look at the trade so far.
yeah, I mean, he's a name.
Now, what I will say, credit to James Harden, what he did to help our Tyrese Maxey
Oh yeah,
is second to none. The
For
impact
sure.
that James Harden has had on Tyrese Maxey has now catapulted Tyrese Maxey being one of the best in the league, and why he is a all-star starter.
yeah. No, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I wish it didn't go south as much as it did. I mean, where Maxey is right now, if Harden was still on this team, I don't know if Maxey would be where he is right now. But at the same time, he might be, because we saw a glimpse of them without Embiid, and I think they both went for 40 or something.
Yeah,
In
they were
that
doing
game
their
was that
thing.
game
Yeah.
1 in Boston.
He learned
They
a lot.
They went both. We could have been guard dominant, right? At that, I mean, we are kind of at the point, until, I mean, Embiid does look good, right? He does look like he's almost in MVP form.
Yeah.
But before he was there, it was the VJ Maxey show, which was, we were guard
Mhm.
dominant in terms of scoring. So,
And don't forget, Embiid got his MVP while who was there?
yes, he doesn't get an MVP without James Harden. Absolutely.
There it is. Yep.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely
James,
not.
now I don't want to shit on James all the time, and we're not talking about how great of a career he's had individually as far as accolades.
Yeah.
But he just can't get over the hump for some reason. He gets into these.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. And I think
He's had multiple times.
I think what in Houston he was up 3-2, I think as well.
Houston, he had Dwight Howard. He had it in OKC. They were
Yeah,
up
see,
there.
but Houston was different. I think Houston, it was just him. Like
It
here,
was Dwight Howard. What you mean? That was a crazy team.
that wasn't Orlando Dwight Howard though.
Yes, it was. Man, I used to love playing with Houston especially in the game. Anyway,
No.
we can look at the numbers. We can look.
Yeah, we can look at the number.
Let's
I don't know.
look at what Dwight
I don't
Howard
think that
did
was
in Houston.
Orlando Dwight Howard. You know what I mean? But yeah, to your point, having Boston dead to rights 3-2. I think game 5 they were up in the 4th quarter. I know it was a lot of time left, especially in basketball terms, but they had a shot, and then everybody laid an egg in game 7, right? Everybody laid an egg. So it wasn't just him to score 7 points. I don't think Embiid did shit either. So everybody laid an egg. All right. And then this one I think is interesting. You said it wasn't no mover and shakers. I know he's Mr. Glass, but somehow the Wizards got Trae Young and Anthony Davis together, in Washington, and probably can add a third within a year or so. Which is, I find really interesting how fast that team has just shifted completely. Shed a lot of expiring contracts. I think Anthony can sign a max. Out there, he might stick around for Washington. I don't know. But yeah, this was a massive trade too. No, Mr. Glass ain't doing it for you. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, we talking about Anthony Davis.
Yeah. I'm not a big Anthony Davis
traded
fan,
Luka
but
Doncic for out of Dallas and gets shipped the next year, less than a year later.
yeah,
Come on, AD. He has 39 different injuries on every situational injury you can imagine. He's not going to last in Washington, and that's that. He's just it's time to retire. You got what you did the best you could do. What I mean, he doesn't play. The man doesn't play.
Yeah.
You know, you just got like you don't play.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
And he's going to Washington.
Yeah.
Like who thinks about Washington?
Well, you got him and Trey might be okay. Trey never played
We
with nobody
haven't
like
talked
him.
about Washington Wizards since John Wall, and before then since Jordan. There's only
Right.
2 moments in 25 years that we've talked about the Washington Wizards. Oh, let's talk about Gilbert Arenas, right? Like you had 3 moments in time where Washington Wizards was somewhat relevant.
Yeah.
Gilbert, Michael Jordan.
Well, they
John
suck
Wall
with Mike. Mike was just a name.
There we go.
Yeah. Gilbert, I think Gilbert had them
went
as
to
a
the playoffs.
50-win team one time,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not mistaken.
So we had my man come
Agent
in with
Zero.
the gun in the locker room.
Yeah, he's a nut. He's a nut. And then one that's impactful to us at home. And I actually like this trade. I like the player, Sassy Jarrett. But, I mean, you got 4 picks for him. And he rides the bench. I mean, I think OKC got a great player. Another guard, but he's a great player. And I think he would be a starter. And I think he can give you 15 and 20 a night. But, I mean, to get a first-round pick and 3 second-round picks for him, for somebody who can't break your rotation, I know he's hurt, but he's not breaking the rotation. I think that's great value. You know, I really do. I think that's great value. And then I think, was it they own the Clippers pick or something like that too?
I thought it was OKC. Oh, who? Philadelphia?
Yeah. Don't we own like one of the Clippers
somebody else's.
pick?
We do have. I thought it was OKC's, but we do have another pick somewhere.
Yeah, right.
I don't know
So
if it was the Clippers.
a lot of people are speculating that they're getting, draft capital, I guess, to really swing for the fences for
Giannis.
I don't know. How does Giannis Embiid work? Or you just say F it, we'll just make it work. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean the athlete that Giannis is and can stretch the floor and attack the rim. I mean,
Yeah, but I just feel like it's just so crowded with them in
but
the paint.
but to be honest with you, I mean Embiid doesn't play in the paint, so it don't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
So it just gives Embiid the green light to stay out the paint because he ain't got to do it no more.
Right.
I mean, listen. Dancing. I call him Dancing Caleb. Dancing Caleb. I thought he's a good young player.
For
hate
sure.
to get rid of talent like that. Unfortunately, he had an injury that kind of walked in an opportunity for another player named VJ Edgecombe.
No, it's Grimes, right? Grimes took his spot.
Well, it's VJ, but Grimes is around. So VJ, he can't get past Grimes either.
Which I don't understand. I feel like he's a better player than Grimes.
Well, you do?
I do.
I don't know.
I do.
I mean, I think Jared's still coming getting
because he's a better shooter than Grimes.
Is he?
I think so, for sure.
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't think so?
Yeah, I think
he's a pure shooter. Like he's a pure shooter.
I think Jared will be a good player.
Yeah.
I think he will help OKC. I think his ceiling is a role player. I think his ceiling potentially maybe a role player.
On that team, he's definitely a role player.
But I think on any team, unless he's going to go to like a Washington or Portland or something like that. I think you get him into a contender. He's a role player, and he's a good role player, a good 6 man. Right?
No, he's a great 6 man.
That can get you some
points.
He
could win 6 man of the year almost.
He could, and I think that's the word. I think that's his peak. I just think he's a little undersized.
But he plays good defense.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's a good player. I
think he's a good player too.
Yeah, I think he's a really good player. He's a first round pick too. He was our first round pick.
He's not better than VJ.
No, he's not better than VJ. I didn't say that. Yeah.
And that's the problem. VJ's young. He's where he's going to come in at.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Quentin Grimes can knock down a bucket. He's aggressive to the hole. So.
Yeah, I mean, everybody hyped by that dunk he did. That's why.
Who had a dunk?
Grimes. That dunk he did last game.
I missed it. I didn't see it.
But yeah, no, I hear you. But you got great value. You got a first round pick and 3 second round picks. So I can't be mad at them from.
And he'll fit right into OKC with that core group of characters there in OKC. Yeah. They're all little. eccentric style guys down there. He'll fit right in, man. Okay, so
Yeah,
a good spot for him.
for sure. For sure. All right, let's talk about him, man. A lot going on here in Philadelphia. Jeff Stoutland is there was a lot of this kind of hit Philadelphia like a bomb. And the updated news is that he didn't get fired. He decided to walk away based on the fact that he got demoted from run game coordinator. And the word on the street is that Nick Sirianni and Kevin Patullo started changing the run game fits for the game and didn't include him in the way that he felt that he needed to be included. And after that, that's where the demotion came, because he felt that the job role had changed and he was no longer doing run game coordinator. And he then decided for this year coming up that he was going to walk away. Rumor is that he's going to stay within the organization. He's not going to coach anywhere else. But we don't know or understand what that capacity might be. But suppose he's going to stay in the building. He's just no longer going to be coaching. I read something that Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata haven't played for anybody else but Jeff Stoutland. I've been on record multiple times talking about a sinking ship with the Philadelphia Eagles. I really do feel like it is really possible that Lane Johnson might retire because of Jeff Stoutland and how he has impacted the offensive line and going down, I think, is people would arguably say the best coach the Philadelphia Eagles have ever had across all coaching. This guy is a true legend. And when you lose an impact coach like that, that will send shockwaves and be felt everywhere. And that's kind of what's happening right now in Philadelphia. I didn't predict or think that any of this was happening. My main focus was on players and how that would impact Jalen and obviously the offense and the team. But this is massive for them to lose Jeff Stoutland in this manner, for him to walk away and just kind of really just said, I'm cool with what's going on here. I don't know what the ripple effects will be for other players. If Lane Johnson comes back, it's possibly and probably maybe his last year. I think obviously Jordan Mailata has multiple years left and he'll fill that role as a veteran leader. But, you know, the impact on Dickerson, the impact on Steen, the impact on Juergens, all these guys who've gone through Stoutland University who've become not only good players but all pros and Pro Bowlers. It can't be, you know, understate. You can't state anything more. What he has done to an impact to the offensive line. So, what do you think this impact is going to be, and what do you expect? You know, I think there's more fallout possibly from this, but what do you think you stand with Jeff Stoutland? You know, hanging up the cleats and no longer. Sorry, not hanging up the cleats, but hanging up the whistle and no longer coaching. Oh, that's it. Move, get him out of here. Get the next one in.
No, I mean, listen. He's a 70-year-old man. What? If it's not today, it's going to be tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, it'll be the next day. Like at what we are.
I don't know, man.
You over here with the
from Pittsburgh, damn near 80. The boy to be chewing the gum with the special teams.
Yeah, you over here.
Joker, damn near 80, right?
The funeral background song. Listen, Jeff, we appreciate you, brother. You are a legend in the game. You done well. You done real well for the Philadelphia organization. So well that you decided you're going to stay in a different capacity. I'm more happy and excited that the Philadelphia is not sitting on their hands. We out here like, oh, what are we going to do? It's a sinking ship. Is this and that? What did you thought? What did you think we were going to do? I said this on the pod last year. Philadelphia Eagles fans have to chill out. We got our chips. plural. We got them. It's okay when things aren't working out. You got to change. And it started week 4 when A.J. Brown opened his mouth and opened up the can of all the demise that's happening behind the scenes. And that's just where a quivy of all these things has been happening. Now we like, oh, well, this and this. No, well, what do you want them to do? We cannot go in the same way we went in last year. And if Nick is not going to change or be changed, and for those that don't like Jalen not going to be changed or be changed, then other folks around them are going to change. So I'm okay with Jeff Stoutland moving forward. God bless him. Wow. And thanks for sticking around if that's what he wants to do. If he felt like he's been pushed out of his role, I respect that. Okay. Why come back and you're not doing what you want to do? Listen, you've done enough in this league. They're going to do you like that? I respect you leaving and moving forward. But the Philadelphia Eagles have to go a different direction. They have gone a different direction. They fired their offensive coordinator. They're bringing in multiple people to help out on the offensive side of the ball. They want you to stick around, Jeff, but if you're not happy because you're not going to be part of the run game coordination, then God bless you. We're not going to kiss your ass. We got to move forward. And you talk about Lane Johnson retiring. If Lane Johnson retires because the coach leaves, then whatever.
What? You talking sideways, dog. Come on now.
Because I'm not talking about the team itself. I'm not talking about the impact of people who are leaving. I'm just saying, why would Lane Johnson leave or retire because Jeff Stoutland's leaving?
I mean, he was about to retire last year. What are we talking about?
Then he was going to retire. That's okay. Then Lane, you're beat up, you're banged up, you've been hurt these last few years. You want to retire? You retired. I'm giving you a clap. You've done well for us. It's time.
That's crazy.
At some point, the page has to turn so we can get back into this spot again, right?
But that time is now. That's the problem.
I don't listen. I'm not worried about now. I'm worried about getting us back on the right page. You don't think we're going to win and have 9 wins next year. So if you don't believe that, then what are we talking about? Let's flip it then. So we're not worried. We're not in the same spot for 10 years. Let's flip it. If you think it's going to be a sinking ship, which you said on the pod, then let's flip it then. Let's let the boat sink, and then we can get right back where we were within 3 years. Like, that's where it is. That's what I feel about it. It's not a funeral song for me, but it's two people that's not going nowhere. Jalen Hurts is not going anywhere, people. So if you don't like Jalen, then give in your Eagles fan. Either get behind him or shut the fuck up. He's not going anywhere. Nick Sirianni obviously is not going nowhere. So everybody else has to kind of well, right now, what I'm saying, he's here for the next year or two, but they're not going anywhere. So unless you're ready to get on to the next quarterback guy or the next head coaching system, then what does it matter? Like, what does it matter?
I think it does matter because you're talking about you just can't replace these people.
What does it, Moss? You don't think we're winning 9.5 games?
Well, that's the worst case scenario.
You said we're not making a playoffs. You said it on the pod. So if you feel that way, what are we doing?
That doesn't mean we just get rid of people.
But what else would you do? What else would you want to do? Vic Fangio's already talking about getting ready to retire.
He did retire.
So he's only on borrowed time too, right? We got these old guys in positions, and it's time to get some fresh new faces in here. Same for players. You got some older players that got to get. Brandon Graham just left last year, came back and left. Lane Johnson, we know it's on his way out the door. Listen, it's time to start rotating so we're not stuck like the Giants, like Washington, because we're not willing to let this go.
But these guys don't have coaches of these caliber. That's what I'm saying. Like, these are just not. Let's just get another guy. That's like the OC.
Where's Jeff Stoutland going?
Where's he going?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people going definitely ask.
So where's he going?
I don't know where he's going.
Most likely going home. he didn't get it all. What you mean? He's 15.
He said he getting in his car and going to fuck home.
He going home. Like, I think we just gotta let these guys listen. I'm happy. Yeah, is it sad that we're gonna be losing these pieces and we're possibly missing a window of opportunity? Yes, but I'm okay. Like, we got to chip, bro. Like, this stuff doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah,
and we got to be able to rebuild and get back to where we need to be.
I do think the meter of the panic button went from for me at least, I can't speak for anybody else. Went for probably from a 6 to a 7 for sure. I can't overlook his impact. You know what I mean? And just say we're just gonna bring somebody else in, and then it just gonna it's kind of work. I just can't. And same with Vic. Like we're talking about one of the best defensive coordinators, if not the best defensive coordinator in the NFL. Just like, oh yeah, well, thank you for your time. We'll bring somebody else in. No, it don't work like that. You can't like you're talking about replacing legendary coaches as if that's you just don't change or turn the page that fast to think that that equals success. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to keep these fixtures here because the time is now. Now the time is looking like it's not now, if you talk to me, but the time is now though if the team and the dominoes don't fall and the structure and the foundation stay together. You know what I mean? Like if Stotland came back, if Vic was, fully 100% because he's kind of 1 foot out the door. Um, you know, if they did bring in another OC, but and AJ doesn't get traded, and obviously Nick's still here, Jalen's still here. Like you look at this team and you say, oh, okay, they're not just going to compete like they're a favorite to win the Super Bowl. But now with all these things missing, it's like to your point, I said I don't even think they're going to make the playoffs. That's not like turn the page and kind of, kind of retool and like, you know what I mean? Like, I just, I, I think there needs to be a little bit more level of concern about which direction of Philadelphia is heading. Because if they don't win 9 games, if they win maybe 10 and don't make the playoffs, it's very likely that Nick Sirianni might get fired next year. Like it very might well. I mean, we got rid of Doug after a Super Bowl run, or was it two? What a year after that? Was it 2 years after that?
2 years.
2 years, and he got us our first one, and that joker was out like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
And we was right back, and we was right back like that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm okay. I'm okay. We thought, I think a year ago, we thought
that was players. That wasn't really coaching.
What you mean?
What do you mean? I mean, Nick's been around for 4 years.
Sure, and he's earned the right to probably be here for a little bit. You think Nick's gonna be gone in a year? He's been in 2 Super Bowls. That's gonna be a very hard fire. But what I do like is that Nick is making, or at least the management is making, moves to get this thing reorganized.
Yeah,
like good teams get picked. We lost our offensive coordinator, we lost our defensive coordinator at one point. Like that happens. It happens to the best of us. So okay, let's Jeff Stotland and Mike and Vic Fangio. Cool. If you're gonna move forward and move on with your lives and career, because y'all have great careers, I'm not gonna. Oh my God, the sky is falling. These guys are leaving. Well, we knew it's gonna happen. It's going to happen.
We knew if they were going to leave.
I'm saying, but eventually, like Lane Johnson's going to be gone somewhere sometime.
Yeah.
Right, like with Jason Kelsey, you know what I'm saying? He left. Like those are big pieces. We should be able to. Okay, this is what we got next. Okay, yeah. Is it going to be a hard fill? Is it anybody going to fill Stotland's shoes? No, but hopefully, what he's transitioned to those players, like you said, Lane Johnson and Mailata, that it can transition to the next person. That's what you hope. I think they're professional athletes that should be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
like we'll be all right. Like, okay. I think we'll be fine.
I just know we're gonna have a lot of shit to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles next year. I know
that for sure. People pressed about the Eagles. I'm on to the Sixers at the moment. Like, the Eagles going to do what they're going to do.
I'm right with you. I'm waiting for the Phils to get going, but I don't even know about them because that shit look like it's the same too. So
they did pick up somebody. Phillies did pick up somebody.
They ain't pick up nobody. Man.
No, they did. They picked up or looking to trade Baum for. I forgot I seen that note. Somebody.
Yeah. Until I see it pop off, it's the same goddamn team. I mean, so all right, man. What a great show. Thanks for all the comments for everybody joined in. If you like the show, if you like talking betting and sports and learning about betting, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that follow, all that good stuff. Appreciate everybody from joining us. My name is Moss Money. That's Be Humble. We are out of here. Have a good night, everybody.